Hello, everyone. Shelby, health coach at Spear Strong here. Every month, we are taking on a theme at Spear Strong, a health and fitness theme. And we are being curious about that theme because when we're curious, we get energy and excitement for the challenges that we're taking on, as opposed to feeling like we have to do it or we shouldn't do it, which is motivating to no one. When we work on our themes of the month, we are really developing skills. And this month, we're focusing on nutrition. And thinking about it from the perspective of developing skills, I feel like is a lot more fun and energizing than thinking about this is what I have to eat, or this is what is good now, and this is what I'm going to focus on or restrict, which is not fun and not recommended. So this month we're working on that skill of nutrition. And in particular today, I just want to talk about meal planning. And one thing that can help a lot if you struggle with meal planning is making it visual. When things are visual in our world, we're more likely to pay attention to them, to think about them, to be curious about them. So if we can make our meal plan a little bit visual, that can be really helpful. One thing that I'm finding really helpful right now is a whiteboard. I have named it Shelby's Food Board. And for us, it's really helpful because I can put down snacks that are in the fridge or leftovers that are in the fridge, and the same thing for the pantry. And then I have a bottom part that's for today's meals. It has lunch and dinner because breakfast for us is already determined. That's pretty much the same thing every day. That's a given. We don't need to see it visually. So, what you're putting on this visual board doesn't have to be absolutely everything in your kitchen. It just needs to be what you're struggling with or what you could use help with. And I'm noticing a few things, and you may notice this as well if you make your meal plan visual, especially if it's on something large like a whiteboard or something that everyone in the family can see, is that when it's up there, yesterday I had dinner written up there, which was salmon burgers and miso cabbage. And Jonathan saw that and he's like, "Oh, you're coming home late. I can get that miso cabbage ready." And then we just do the salmon burgers, which take like 5 minutes or so fast. And that helps us to collaborate on dinner. So if you're struggling also to get the family involved in the meal making or prepping or any of those type of things, making it visual can remind people that this is what's happening and maybe they can pitch in. It also can spur ideas. So if we see a blank spot on the board, or if we see something that's missing from the fridge, or something that we could put together that's on that whiteboard, that can also help you determine what you're going to have that week, or what you're going to have that day, or the next week. And really, all of this is about decision making. So having it visual makes it just a little bit easier so that you don't have to search around and wonder what you have at your ready at the fridge and the pantry. And additionally, it is fun. So it can be a fun way to do the meal planning. Whereas, just like, going to an app or getting in even in your journal or doing the same thing that you've done can get a little humdrum. So we want to change it up. Doing something like a whiteboard or making it visual can be fun for everyone. And I'm also noticing that it's helping me with my handwriting because I don't have the best handwriting, but it's in my face up in the kitchen. And so I'm constantly like erasing and trying again, not trying to spend too much time on it so that it serves the purpose of helping with meal planning, but also really trying to say, hey, I could slow down and try and make this look a little better. Because when things look nice, they're also more motivating. If it's all up there sloppy and written too quickly, it's not going to be very motivating for me or Jonathan and the others in my family that I'm hoping will collaborate. That's my tip for this week for being curious about our theme of the month. Make it visual. Whether you use a whiteboard, a journal, a piece of paper, whatever it might be. And, like we did, I didn't put everything on that whiteboard. I just suggest, a couple things that maybe you're struggling with and not putting up there what you're already doing well. Putting up there a couple things that maybe you're struggling with or you can use help from the family with. That can go a long way. So be curious, sketch it out on a piece of paper first, or else you'll be erasing and rewriting and don't use a permanent marker. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and be curious about nutrition.